Namaste children, I am Smita, your English teacher from Mangala Vidya Mandira. Class 8 Standard, Subject English. Children, in today's class, let us learn a lesson called as The Boy Who Asked for More. So this lesson is taken from a novel written by Charles Dickens called as Oliver Twist. Charles Dickens, born on 1812 to 1870, he died in the year 1870, the greatest Victorian novelist, is known for his attacks on social evils like child labor and institutional cruelty. His most popular works are David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities, and Great Expectations. So this extract from Oliver Twist tells us how Oliver was forced out of the poor house. So this is a story of a boy called as Oliver. Children, child labor is one of the social evils existing in our society. So child labor means making a child work on part-time or full-time basis, or employment of children in any work that deprives children of their childhood, which is physically or mentally harmful for their growth, isn't it? So childhood period is to learn, not to earn. So here is a story of a little boy called Oliver who was born in a poor house or house of orphan children. So let us learn a story written by Charles Dickens. Now this Oliver Twist is Charles Dickens' second novel, published from 1837 to 1839 as serial. So focus on the words as I read. Oliver was born in a poor house of a little country town on a cold, black night in the winter of 1837. The birth was attended by a doctor who was hastily called for the purpose, and by an old pauper woman who was experienced in such matters. Oliver was born in an orphan house in a little country town. Country town means a small town which is surrounded by village areas. When was he born? He was born on a cold, black winter night in the year 1837. So he was attended by a doctor who was hastily means urgently called, and a poor woman, pauper means poor woman, who was experienced in such matters. So he was attended by a doctor and a poor woman. The mother died almost as soon as the baby took his first breath. She was a young, good-looking woman who had been found lying in the street. It was clear that she had walked some distance before she died. Her shoes had been torn to pieces. Where she had come from or where she had been going, nobody knew. Children, unfortunately, Oliver's mother, she died soon after the birth of the child. She was very young and beautiful to look at, and she was lying in the street. Her shoes were torn into pieces, and she had walked for some distance before falling on the street. But nobody knew who she was and where she was going. The baby cried loudly. If he could have known that he was now an orphan of a poor house, it is likely that he would have cried still louder. When Oliver was born, he cried loudly, and the author says that if at all he knew that he was an orphan or he did not have parents, he would have cried even louder. They called him Oliver Twist, a name invented by Mr. Bumble, the town beadle, because he could not think of any other. Mr. Bumble had full authority over the people of the poor house. He thought himself a very great man indeed. He starved and ill-treated the children under his care. Oliver's 9th birthday found him a pale, thin child who had hardly known a kind word or met with a kindly look. His only friends were his little companions in misery. But in the end they brought him trouble. They persuaded him to ask for more. Children, he was given the name Oliver Twist by a man called Bumble. He was the officer of the town. What is the meaning of beadle? Beadle means officer. He was the officer of the town and also owner of the poorhouse or orphanage. He completely controlled the children and badly treated them. He did not even have sympathy on the children and did not give them much to eat. Oliver at age 9, when he was 9-year old, he was very pale. Pale means very dull, and he was very thin. And he did not know kind words to speak. Who were his friends' children? His friends were those living with him, but they brought problem to Oliver. They persuaded means convinced him to ask for more. It happened one evening at supper time. The children were fed in a large stone hall with a big metal basin at one end. The master stood by the basin and served each child with a small bowl of watery gruel. Boys generally have excellent appetites. Oliver and his companions were always hungry and never given enough to eat. That evening, one of the bigger boys stated quite clearly that unless he had an extra bowl of gruel, he would most certainly eat the boy who slept next to him. He had a wild and hungry eye, so the smaller boys believed him. A council was held. Oliver Twist was appointed to walk up to the master after supper and to ask for more. Now one evening what happened? One evening at supper time. Okay, supper is that evening food that you have, or the meal that you have in the evening, that is called as supper. Children were fed watery gruel. Gruel means thin liquid food. Gruel is nothing but thin liquid food, and the children were provided this thin liquid food in a bowl. So boys usually they have a lot of appetite or hunger, isn't it? Boys feel very hungry and they expect more food, but they were not given enough food to eat. So one boy who was big among them told others that if he didn't get extra bowl of food, then he would eat the boy who slept next to him. Okay, so he had scary eye, and so small boys, they were very scared of him, and they believed whatever he said. So he tells Oliver to ask for extra bowl of food for him. Okay. The gruel was served out and was quickly swallowed. The boys whispered among themselves and forced Oliver to go. He advanced to the master, bowl in hand, and said in a little frightened voice, "Please, sir, I want some more." The master was a fat, healthy man, but he turned very pale at this. "What?" he said, as if he could not believe his ears. "Please, sir, I want some more." Okay, when food was served, all were very hungry and they swallowed it fast. Okay, so the boys told Oliver to ask for extra food from the master. The master, he was a very fat man, but he got very angry when Oliver asked this. Okay, he becomes very angry when Oliver asks for more. He shouted at Oliver and he asks Oliver to repeat what he said. So Oliver asks him to give some more food, give extra food in the bowl. The master aimed a blow at his head, seized him by his arms, and shouted for the beadle. Mr. Bumble rushed into the room in great excitement and was filled with horror when he heard of Oliver's crime. "Asked for more?" he exclaimed. "I never heard of such a thing. Depend on it, this miserable boy will be hung." Okay. Now the man, what does he do? He hits Oliver's head. He pulls his hands and he calls the officer. What is his name? Bumble. So the Bumble comes inside and he is shocked to hear that the boy is asking for more food. No one so far even dared to ask more food, and he says that the boy would be severely punished for that. What a pity, isn't it, children? As a punishment for his greed and boldness, Oliver was immediately locked in a room to spend the night alone. Early next morning, a notice was pasted on the outside of the gate offering a reward of £5 to any man or woman who would take Oliver Twist off the hands of the poorhouse. Okay, now what happened? For asking for more food, Bumble, what does he do? He locks him inside a room, and Oliver spends whole night inside a locked room alone. Next day morning, what does Bumble do? He posts a note outside the gate saying that an amount of money, that is award of £5, award of £5 would be given to those who would take Oliver away from the poorhouse. Okay, this is only a small extract which is taken from Oliver Twist. Okay, but this is how the story of Charles Dickens ends. The ending is given here, children. A coffin maker came to know about the notice and bought the orphan boy from the poorhouse. There also he was treated cruelly. So he ran away to London. There he faced further difficulties. However, by chance he met two kind people, Mr. Brownlow and Miss Rosemary. These kind people also discovered that he was their own relative and had to be protected from his stepbrother, Mr. Monks. Mr. Monks had planned to take away Oliver's share of property, but with Mr. Brownlow's help, Oliver got his rightful share of the property and lived happily. Okay, children, this is how the story of Oliver Twist ends. Now, a man who makes coffin for dead bodies, they make wooden boxes, isn't it? That is called as coffin. He looked at the notice and he purchased the boy. He bought the boy from the orphanage. But he was treated badly by this coffin maker also. So from there, Oliver Twist, he escapes to London. But there also he faces few difficulties. But later he meets two kind people called Mr. Brownlow and Miss Rosemary. And he comes to know that Oliver was their own relative. Okay, these two people, Brownlow and Miss Rosemary, they come to know that Oliver was their own relative, but Oliver's stepbrother had taken Oliver's share of property and Oliver had to be protected from his stepbrother. But finally, with the help of Brownlow, Oliver gets a share of his property. And after this, Oliver leads a happy life. So this is the story of Oliver Twist, children. See, this story also reflects the life of orphans and their extreme exploitation and suppression by upper class people during those early and mid 19th century. So it also shows how good survives and wins at the end. I hope you have understood the story, children. Now let us come to the homework part. Coming to today's homework, you have to write few sentences about the author Ruskin Bond and send it through WhatsApp. Thank you, children.